Morning, students. My name is Suresh Babu, professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, MBA College of Engineering and Technology. Today, our presentation is on advanced materials. This subject is for final year mechanical students. It is one of the elective. As we all know that materials have a high importance in industrial as well as domestic applications. Keeping in this into consideration, the elective is chosen like this. Before going to the details of the subject, let me introduce the concerned subject highlights, what it is going to be mentioning. First, the total subject is divided into 6 units. In 6 units, each unit has its unique identification to learn the content of the course. So I have divided the course of 6 units into 6 divisions. These are the key points which we are going to learn in unit 1, that is to understand mechanics of materials. Second one is to know about the properties of composite materials. Third one is to know various preparation of composite materials. Next, to understand Hooke's law and its importance in material properties. Fifth one is to learn about functional graded materials and shape memory alloys. Sixth one is to know importance of nanomaterial and its functions. If you observe these 6 points, each unit has its exclusive objective. Those objectives I have understood and have written as the course objectives of each unit. We are going to discuss these units one by one in the coming classes. So, what we learn or what students can able to understand after completing this course, I have given a small keynote presentation of this one. After completing this course, students can able to understand the following things. First one is about to use the composite material in various applications to increase the performance and efficiency of the existing models. What its meaning is, a composite material has a peculiar nature, peculiar property. That property we know means that material can be replaced with some other material which is existing, so that that efficiency can be increased. For example, brakes are there. For cycle, brakes are done with ordinary rubber material. For a bike, the brakes are made with a composite material. That means a combination of a wood and other metals, which is very light in weight. Like that, if the same brake material can be replaced with a good efficiency of composite materials, thereby we can increase the efficiency. Like for bigger vehicles, a composite material will be used for the brake pedals also. Like this, we are going to discuss. For example, a door is there, which is exposed to water regularly, so it may corrode in due course of time. If the same metal is replaced with a composite material, the life of the component can be increased. That means the use of composite materials and its applications can be replaced with old ones to improve the efficiency and performance of the models. Next one is to manufacture the composite material by their own hands. In one of the unit, we have given a composite materials preparation. Those preparations methods are useful to prepare the material of their own choice. That means totally 8 methods are there to prepare the material. That 8 methods can be used to go for the preparation of the material. Thereby, we can prepare our own material with our own hands. practically that is possible here. Next one is to apply material properties and find new materials. As already we are uh, learned preparation of a material. By combining different materials, we can able to bring the new material. Those new materials can be done with the new method, and thereby properties can be improved. So this is the uh, another concept which we can understand from this material properties. Next one is applications. There are different classifications of metals, materials, and alloys are there. Apart from this, we have certain materials. Those are functional graded materials and shape memory alloys. So these are the specific in nature with high qualities of better performance when they are in use. We are going to discuss in detail while we are explaining that concept. Next one is nanotechnology. Nowadays, everyone is saying nanotechnology. So it has a very wide importance. Nowadays, nanotechnology itself is a subject, and it's a branch in some universities also. So the importance to learn nanotechnology is very, very high. In this one, the syllabus is restricted to their structures, their functional abilities, their drawbacks, and their properties. Up to that, we are going to learn. So this is all about the introduction of the subject only. That means these are the things which we are going to learn by completing the syllabus that is given to the final year semester. Coming to the first one, that is classification of composites. Classification of composites is broadly classified into metal matrix composite, polymer matrix composites, ceramic matrix composites, carbon-carbon composites. If you observe this in first unit, you have to understand these four types of properties, these four types of applications, these four types of microstructures and their usage in day-to-day industrial and domestic aspects. So these are the broadly four contents to be discussed in the unit 1. What you have to discuss? To discuss about the properties of these four, applications of these four, microstructure of these four, and also the day-to-day aspects where we are going to use and what are its limitations. Next one is based upon the size and the type of disbursement we have used. For that purpose, we have a two types are there: fiber reinforced composites and structural composites. These are going to be once again explained in detail. Before going to that one, we are going to have a chart how we are going to explain here. That is about composite materials. So whatever I have narrated in a slide, for a better understanding, I have given in the form of a chart. So composite materials, we have a ceramic matrix composites, polymer matrix composites, and metal matrix composites. So once again, polymer matrix have a thermoplastic matrix composite and thermoset matrix composite. Composite materials based upon reinforcement, fiber reinforcement, particulate composites, structural composites, thermoplastic matrix composites, thermoset matrix composites. Once in structural composites, we have sandwich composites and laminated composites. Let us have a glance once again on the classification of composites. It is broadly divided into three categories: ceramic, polymer, metal matrix. Once again, in polymer, we have two: thermoplastic and thermosetting matrix. Once again, composite materials have based on reinforcement. That means type of material, how it is enforced into the composites. Already you can observe from the previous slide, a composite is nothing but a, if you observe this first slide, it is a combination of metal and matrix. Here metal is the one type of element, matrix is another type of element. That means metal has properties which are completely differentiating with matrix. If you take second one, polymer is there differentiating with the matrix. Ceramic is there differentiating with matrix. Carbon, carbon. It is another same carbon used in two different ways. That's what I want to explain here. That means if you observe this one in the previous slide, one is about metal and matrix. So this is one classification, and matrix is imposed into the metal in different ways. That's what this uh, bottom chart expresses. Top chart expresses about the how they are differentiated on their materials. Second expresses based upon their how matrix is imposed into the metal. So that is how we can differentiate. So this is the two broad classifications, and coming to the exact part, first we will discuss about what is a metal and what is a matrix. That is warranty, what is a parent metal and what is a combination of the parent metal. Let us go for this broad definition of this composite material. We can observe that composite material, you can observe the cursor. That is fourth point. Composite material can be defined as any multi-phase material that is artificially made and exhibits a significant proportion of the properties of the constituent phases. The constituent phases of composites are usually macro-sized portions, differ in form and chemical composition, and essentially insoluble in each other. What is insoluble? For example, alloy is there. Alloy is prepared with soluble materials. That is the importance of alloy. That means two materials will mix each other at their micro level. If it is mixed, then we are going to be call it as an alloy. If these are not mixed, then we are going to be call it as a composite material. So I think I am clear with the differentiation between a matrix uh, of composite type and alloy. So alloy is a mixing of two elements, basically metals, at a molecular stage. In composite material, the materials does not mix, but they are going to be bind together with a special techniques. If the two metals are going to be of different phases and are made into a single entity, then we are going to be called as a composite materials. Why we have to use these composite materials, or why we have to prepare? If you observe that one, first one is to have a betterment of properties. So any work we do, it should enhance our lifestyle, or it should enhance our system of living. Like that only, when we are going for a composite metal preparation, the main aim is to improve the better properties than the existing metal and matrix. So keeping in this mind, we have to implement the method for preparation of the composite materials. Second one is, as convention engineering materials are not able to solve the new generation needs and desires, we are going for this composite materials. That means in a kitchen, a domestic appliances will be there, utensils. In olden days, all are going with a metal only, exclusively, either silver, bronze, or brass, like so on. But as health conditions are demanding, we are going for a non-sticked pans. How non-stick pans are prepared? Non-stick pans are prepared with, once again, with composite materials only. As a point of necessary, you are going for a composite material pan than compared with a conventional pan. So this demand us to go for the preparation of a composite material. Next, what does this composite material exhibits? This composite materials exhibits the following things like see, defined as a multi-phase material that is artificially made and exhibits a significant portion of the properties of this component. The constant phases of a composite are usually macro-sized portions, differ in form and chemical composition, essentially insoluble in each other. That's what I have explained. Next, we'll go for what type of these composites will do. First, they will go for heterogeneous at a microscopic level, but statistically homogeneous at microscopic scale. What is its meaning? Literally, they won't mix. But while we observe under a microscopic scale, these two metals are going to be combined. That's what this understanding is. Physically, they are distinct while mixing, but when we study those at a very micron scale, these are going to be in a single entity. Next, composites highlight how different materials work together in sign energy. What is meaning is metal have one property, matrix have another property. While these two are going to make a single composite, we are going to have a very good quality of the work instead of using individually in different applications. That means use of a nanoparticle in a water will enhances the heat absorption ability. If carbon is separated, water is separated, the efficiency is very poor in a radiator. Like that, if water is mixed with nanoparticles of heat absorbing nature, we will increase the efficiency. That's what nowadays advanced cars are using this method to absorb the heat from the engine with the help of a radiator. That is the simple example to enhance. In nowadays nano sims are going to coming. That means in a small area we can able to go for a large part of material can be stored. Large part of data can be stored. Next, composite mainly consists of two constituent materials, namely matrix and reinforcement. A matrix is a soft material. A reinforcement is done by a hard material. That's what I am saying. In metal matrix, metal is a reinforcement and matrix is a soft material. In polymer matrix, polymer is one, reinforcement is another one. Like this, for a third category, we have a carbon-carbon constituents. Like that, if you observe this one, it is a metal, ceramic and matrix composite. Ceramic is one type of material and matrix another type of material. Next, a composite is a material that consists at least two distinct materials. Thus, number of composites are possible. Sometimes we can add more than two, but this point refers at least two or should be compulsory. Next one is up to now we know the metal how it behaves. We know the polymer, that is how it behaves. We know the ceramic how it behaves. Like that, what is meant by matrix? Everyone know about metal. All metals like silver, gold, bronze, iron, all metals. Polymers means number of polymers are there like types of plastics. What is a polymer? A material contains long chain of molecules is called as a polymer. That is a broad definition. Based upon that one, there are number of subdivisions. That is types of plastics. Ceramic means coal, clay, mica, dust. These all comes under ceramic materials. Red brick are called comes under or combination of these are calls under ceramic materials. Then what is a matrix? See, matrix has the following importance. Matrix provides a medium for binding and holding the reinforcement together in a solid. I think binding for holding, we should have a matrix. That means the material having these two can be used as a matrix. Next, it protects the reinforcement from environmental degradation. That means when the material is exposed to temperature or cold or extreme conditions, then it should protect the total material, that is at the metal, polymer or a ceramic. Next, matrix transfers the load from one insert to the other. That means these matrix can be used in the form of fiber, flakes or particles. What is a fiber? Cotton is a fiber material and wool is a fiber material. Coconut scrubber is a fiber material. What are flakes? If the length of the fiber is very short, then we are going to be called as a flake. Flake has a hardness and have a unknown shape. It is similar to our matchsticks but of very less in dimensions. Particles, not exactly round, but they can be scattered in different with different sizes and shapes. These are called flakes. So that means a matrix has the following basic property. Whatever you are going to use, it should have a binding nature and holding nature. It should have a reinforcement and environmental degradation property to reduce. Third one is it can be available in the form of fiber, flakes or particles. These are for better usage of the matrix in the metal or polymer or ceramic or carbon. Next, it provides finish, color, texture, durability and other functional properties. Maintain the distribution of fibers. So matrix, if you possess these properties, we can call it as a matrix material. This matrix can be used in this one. Next, holds the fiber together, distributes loads evenly between fibers so that all fibers are subject to the same amount of strain, enhance transverse properties of a laminate, improves impact and fracture resistance of a component, helps to avoid propagation of crack growth to the fibers, providing alternative failure both along the interface between the fibers and the matrix, carry interlaminar shear. So these are the important properties that a matrix is going to possess. Best example of this composite material is our concrete beam or a concrete pillar. Concrete pillar contains what? A metal rods will be there, that is called as a metal, and a cushion will be provided with mixing of a concrete. What's a concrete mixture? It contains of cement, sand, chips, water. All these are going to be used along with the metal rods for the slab as well as pillar. That sample is going to be called as a composite material of metal matrix. As matrix is does the following properties, whatever I have told. That is functions of matrix is it have listed 10. So these are going to be application of this matrix in a metal. Sometimes these are used in the polymer also, in a rubber. For example, tire is there. Tire has what? Tire has a metal rods will be there, threads will be there, and rubber will be there. That is also one of the composite material. Like this, we can give narrate number of examples. Coming to this one, application of composite materials. Specifically, number of applications are there to use individually. As it is introduction of the first unit and subject, I am going for the broad area of applications. Already I have listed few for the better understanding. Aerospace, that means preparation of aeroplane, helicopter, space shuttles are all used under aerospace. Automotives, everyone knows what is automotive, lorry, bus, car, race cars, auto, mopeds, all comes under second category. Next, construction. Construction of a bridge, construction of a house, construction of a dam. In all this one, we are going to use a composite material only. Next, in marine applications, everyone know marine has a very marine properties. That means in marine environment, corrosion is very high. So to protect from the corrosion, marine vehicles like submarine, ship, hatchet, boat, and equipment under erection of oil extraction, all are going to be with composite materials for better properties. Next, corrosion resistant equipment. Wherever we have a salt exposure, that is in coastal areas, we have a corrosion is very high. In that cases, it is better to go for a composite material, sheets, metals, or sheet metals made of composite materials like this one. In consumer products like applications, business equipment and others, it is a broad area. In domestic as well as industries, we can able to use this composite materials. The examples of this were already I told about non-stick pans or comes under this one, scooter plug, brake pedals of a high-end cars, all are made with composite materials only. Next one. This is the examples for a better understanding I have given. Bulletproof jacket. First one is called as a bulletproof jacket. It is made of composite material. Very less in weight. We have a high resistance for temperature, high resistance for impact load. This is the main properties of composite for bulletproof. Aircraft. I think I have given an example of aircraft because it contains number of parts which are spread. Here, number of automobile parts are there, which are not clearly visible due to some limitations in the exposure of this photo. Next one is we can go for about the missiles. That is about boat hulls. Hulls already told in marine environment, we are going to have a high exposure to the marine or corrosion. For that purpose, we are going to use boat hulls. Next one is sports kits. For sports kits, we should be light in weight and high strength. That property can be possible with the composite materials than compared with other. Next one is building construction. Already I told in this presentation only number of examples of building constructions. In all building constructions, majorly we are going to use composite materials only. This is about another picture to express the applications in image form. One is about aeroplane and second one is about car, hatchet and this building material, fan, and then this one. Next one is about what we this one. What you have learned in the class. In the class, before concluding, let me remember highlights of the advanced materials. By completing this first unit, students can identify different composite materials. Students practically can use composite materials in different applications, classification of composites, and functions and properties of composite materials. So by learning this class, we can able to differentiate these three. Next one is questions of this class. That means in what way in exam point of view questions may ask. Classify composite materials, right? Properties and applications of composite materials. Explain importance of composite material day-to-day applications. This is how we can give. See, any questions on this concept or on this topic can be given in the form of a text message. I have given 2 units notes syllabus in Google Classroom code. You go for the Google Classroom code and open with the code in small letter GMTKRTG. I repeat, classroom code is GMTKRTG. And you can also mail your questions in the text form to my mail ID. My mail ID is CHEER5 at the rate of REDAFFMA rediffmail.com. I repeat, classroom code is GMTKRTG. My mail address is CHEER5 at the rate of rediffmail.com. Feel free to express your doubts or ambiguity in this concept. All of you use code while mentioning this one. It is AMPPT1. I repeat, the code for answering the questions is on the title you write AMPPT1 so that I can reply within 1 or 2 days. I hope you have understand the concept. What is classification of material, how it is done. Second one is properties of composite materials. Third one is application of application of composite materials, and how these can be used in different. So these are the 4 things we have learned in the class. Before closing this one, let me once again give this my text messages so that we can able to ask the questions. See at the glance. Thank you. See you all. Bye.